y'all, today I'm going to be creating 3 miniature bouquets. So something a little bit different as I tend to do larger designs. As always, make sure you hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you know when my latest videos are up, and make sure you drop me a comment below. Do you prefer large designs or small designs? Mine is usually just dependent on who they're going to. Okay, so one of the designs that I've been wanting to do for a while, and I think I've mentioned it a couple of times, is to do a little mini bouquet of all gomphrena. These are purple globe gomphrena. They've grown out a little bit further, so you can see the blooms get longer and longer and longer over time. They're typically more like this size or even this size when they start, and then they grow out like this as they go. So I'm actually going to start with just a little mini bouquet of all purple globe gomphrena. It's going to go in a very small little mason jar, so very simple, and I just want it to be almost like a perfect little ball of gomphrena. So let's get that started. Okay, so gomphrena is a little bit of an awkward stem. I think I've mentioned it to you guys before. So basically it like starts on a stem and then it kind of changes an angle and changes an angle. So it's kind of an awkward thing to kind of deal with. So basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start by just cutting all these simple stems. I want all single stems. By cutting all these stems off for arranging so that I end up with this, and then I end up with lots of these little ones. Okay, so I've got all my gomphrena, lots of them ready to go. So I'm going to be creating just a little handheld bouquet right here in my hand. So basically I'm just going to pick up one stem at a time, and I'm going to start putting them side by side with one another, making sure that the blooms are right up against one another. And I'm just going to keep working my way around. Now, when you're doing a really detailed design like this, you can go ahead and tie it off every so often if you would like. So that once you know you're at a place that you're like, oh, I like it so far, but I want to keep going, you can go ahead and tie it off and then continue adding blooms after that. This is very different from any of the arrangements I've done for you guys in the past. I wanted to challenge myself a little bit, but also show y'all something a little bit different, and that you don't always have to have really large floral designs. You can work with little ones, and they look great. I mean, how cool does that look already? Super fun. See how as I'm working, I'm trying to work like in a ball form. So I'm kind of trying to tuck down the flowers as I'm working around the side. If I keep placing them in at the same level, it's just going to be flat design all the way across. So you got to continue kind of to tuck them around. These really big long ones don't work as well, I will say. Maybe I'll do one bouquet of all of these, and then I'll do one bouquet of all the big or long ones. That might be kind of fun. Haven't tied it off, so still can adjust as I'm working. This is a really fun way to utilize gomphrena. I don't get tired of flower arranging, but some of you guys might, you know, get kind of tired with just the same old designs and want something a little different. And this is definitely that approach. I'm going to be making 3 arrangements, and the goal of these arrangements too is I want to pick arrangements that are flowers that complement each other really well. So 3 different designs that can all be utilized separately, or they also can work together. So I feel like I have a couple of holes from the very beginning. So I'm gonna do just like I've done in the past. You guys have seen me. I'm just gonna tuck, push a stem in, and I'm gonna pull a bloom into place. Filling in those negative spaces that I don't wanna see. Super cute. I feel like I've got a little bit of weird negative space right here. Okay. I love it. Look how cute it is. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tie it off with some of my twine. And I'm actually gonna tie this off fairly tight because I really am wanting to keep this kind of really kind of tight, crisp look. And I'm not really worried about the gomphrena wilting because it actually is an excellent dried flower. So even if it's not getting water, I'm not super worried about it. Okay, let me trim that off. Okay. Okay, let me guesstimate. Let me get a little bit of water here. Got my little mason jar. So I'm gonna try to guesstimate. I want it to kind of sit. Super cute. All right, let's see. Isn't that so fun? Okay, I'm gonna make another one real quick, just for fun. Okay, there's another one, super quick, put together. I love them. I think they're so fun. Okay, so the cool thing about gomphrena is you can just be done with it at this point. You don't even have to put this in water because this dries so beautifully. So it's no big deal if you just want to make the little bouquet, maybe hang it upside down somewhere and let it dry. It'll be great, and then you can use it as decor all year long. Okay, for these next designs, I'm keeping it very simple. So the idea is that I'm bundling some coordinating blooms, right? And I want to be able to put them together as like a trio to work as one arrangement. Now, of course, I could take this little design and I could give it away, or I could take this little design and give it away too, but I am kind of designing these to work as a series of 3. So for this next one, I'm gonna be working with all celosia, bright pink celosia, which I think goes really, really well with the gomphrena. I'm not gonna use this crazy big bloom because I just don't think that works very well with the overall look. And I am wanting it to be a little kind of tighter and fuller. So I'm gonna pull off some of these lower, and I'm gonna kind of work these together a little, just in a little simple round arrangement. This is a really fun way to design when you don't have a wide variety of blooms. You could do 3 containers of the same, all the same flowers. That would be fine. It would look really good. But it's a way to get some really great impact without designing really large. All right, so super simple little design. I'm gonna tie it off with my twine. Sorry, I'm having to get on to my kids a lot. There's a lot of arguing and fighting going on back there, which is surprising. They actually have friends over right now, and there's not typically any issues, but it's my kids fighting with each other, not the friends who are over. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna kind of determine the height that I need these at. Like I've said before, I want them to, I like it to sit on the lip of the vase. There we go. All right, so we have 2 of our 3 right there. I think that looks Absolutely gorgeous. All right, let me clean up and then I'll do the last one. Okay, so this last one will be the largest design. I'm going to be working with 2 varieties of blooms. I'm going to be working with cardinal basil, which is my new favorite basil. Kind of creates these purple plumes on top, and then the little purple things actually bloom into white lavender flowers. And then we're going to be working with some, got something on that, some Purple Prince zinnias as well. And I think the zinnias are a really great tie-in, and I do think the purple tones of the cardinal basil are really great as well. So I'm going to pull off some of these kind of lower portions of the basil because I don't want this design to get like super big. We're not wanting to go nutso here. Okay, so I'm going to start with the 3 stems of basil, and I'm just going to kind of work them together kind of in a little bit of a tight rounded design. And then from here, I'm going to add in my Purple Prince zinnias tucked down into the design. Remember, I am going for a more rounded design. So I'm not doing anything like wild, flowers sticking out everywhere. So you can see I'm kind of working them into their spaces in a rounded design. I'll continue rotating the bouquet as I add more flowers in. Got 2 more. Okay, so I'm going to adjust a little bit. I'm also going to pull some of these rogue basil leaves that I feel are like getting in my way. Okay, so I just broke some of my zinnias. So I want to show you what you can do with that, okay? So I just did this, all right? When that happens, you can work that zinnia towards the center of your design because I've got this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to insert the stem here, and I'm going to allow the existing foliage to support the stem, just like what I did there. Cool, simple, easy. Just have to maneuver a little bit around. Same thing with this one, I broke this one too. So I'm gonna work the stem into the design and allow the existing greenery to support it. Okay, let's get this tied off before I break anything else. Okay, get that tied off. Come over and measure how long these need to be. These basil stems are strong. All right, and then I'm going to put it into my mason jar. And I might clip just a few leaves where I think it's needed. Okay, let me clean up and then let's look at all this. Okay, I love the look. So 3 floral designs together to create one overall look. Really, really fun. We used a commonly occurring color theme through each of the designs, and that's what ties them together really well. You can certainly do completely different ideas in each of them. It might not flow together as well. So, one thing you could do is like, if you love the gomphrena, you could do 3 different arrangements and they could each have a touch of gomphrena in it. And even if they're all different color schemes, as long as they have that same gomphrena in each of them, they'll all tie together really, really well. So, but I focused on the colors on this. I think it's really fun. I think it's simple. I think it's an easy way to design when you just have a few blooms, right? Because even if I were just to take 2, this looks really great. And of course I could do 1 and that looks lovely. And even though this one's really petite, you could put something else with it. Like you know, I could put a couple of plants with it, like, you know, planted elements with it, right? And then that kind of works really, really nice too. So you don't only have to have, you know, just flowers. You can utilize some other stuff as well. I am absolutely in love with this. I'm gonna make a ton of these. Like you see how I put the one little bouquet back here? Aren't these, I think they're just lovely. I absolutely love them. They don't have a scent. Well, they don't really have a scent. So fun, and these dry so well. I'm very, very pleased with how this whole design turned out. All right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. As always, she's a mad gardener or decorator or anything else that she wants to be. Thanks, y'all.